So in this tutorial, we're going to be learning how to make the basic crown. So this is the base for the majority of hats, hat patterns out there. So on how to make a basic crown for a hat, for whatever size head you're making, what you want to do is if you put your hands at the side of that person's head or your head, where your ears are, you want the crown to just touch your fingertips. So that way you know that it is going to fit. I do have a crown here. Let me see if I can zoom out because it's really big. So there is the crown of the head. So when you put your hands on your side, you see how the crown touches the sides of your hand, just like that. Excuse my mess in the background. But so you know that that would fit your hat, your head, excuse me. And I will put in the description box below a link to my blog where I will have some basic guidelines for head sizes and things like that. So if you're making it for a gift and you don't know how big their head is, this will help you out. So for this tutorial, you're going to need a worsted weight number 4 yarn, and I'm using a really pretty variegated color here today. And you're going to need an I-9 crochet hook for this tutorial. So you're going to start with a slip knot, and this is just how I do mine. Excuse my fingers, I was just doing another project today, and some of the ink from the bottle rubbed off. So you're going to do a slip knot, and you're going to chain 4. And if you're not trying to make the slip knot or a chain or anything, I will have some links in the description box below that go into more detail on how to do a slip knot, how to make a chain, so you know you have a nice effective base for what you're doing. So we're going to go ahead and form a circle going into the first chain, just like this. Let me zoom in here a little bit. Just like this. And we're going to close that off doing a slit stitch. Closing that stitch. And we're going to chain up 3. And this chain 3 is considered our first double crochet. So we're going to crochet right into the center of that ring, which is right there. So we're going to yarn over and go right into the center of that, crocheting over our tail. Just hold it next to your work and complete a double crochet. And I will also link a video on how to make a double crochet. So we want to do 12 of these around, and remember our chain 3 is counted as our first double crochet, so that's considered 3. So go ahead and go ahead and complete 12 double crochet all the way around, and then we will continue. Okay, so we have 12 double crochets now, and you can still see the center of the hole. So we're going to go to the top of our chain 3. Let me zoom in because I want to show you so you're very clear on where to slit stitch this close. So this is our, move our little strings here. This is our chain 3, and you see at the top where it forms our first V-stitch right here at the top. See, there's the back part of the V and then the front part of the V. So this is where you want to go into, right at the top, and perform your slit stitch to close that circle. And then you're going to want to chain 3 to go up to the next round. And then you want to take your tail that you crocheted over and just pull, and that circle will just close just like that, and give that a nice really firm tug, and that closes off that circle really good. Okay, so this is considered our double crochet, so we're going to go into that same stitch. So we want to go right into here where that stitch came out of, because on this round we're going to do 2 double crochets, whoops, in each stitch all the way around for a total of 24. So we're going to go to the next stitch. So go ahead and complete 24 double crochet, 2 double crochets in each stitch all the way around, and we will continue. So I've completed my 24 double crochet all the way around, and you can see there looks like there's an opening and that you might need to go into this stitch. You don't want to go into that stitch because that is where our chain 3 came out of. So, and this has already been worked. So you do want to verify that you have 24 double crochets all the way around, and we're going to close it at the top where that V-stitch is, right here at the top, picking out the front and back loop, and chain 3. So we're going to go back into the same stitch that the chain 3 came out of. Sorry, there's a car going by here. So whenever you see 2 stitches in one space, that's called an increase. So in the last round, we did an increase in every stitch so we can get 24 stitches because our first row is 12, so 12, 24. In this round, we're going to have 36 stitches. So that means in order to get that, you need 2 stitches, 2 double crochets in the first stitch and 1 double crochet in that second stitch. And then 2 double crochets in the next stitch. And 1 double crochet in the next stitch. Whoops. Let me show you that one more time. 2 double crochets in the next stitch. And 1 double crochet in the next stitch. So as you can see, I have 2 and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. So go ahead and complete this all the way around with 2 in the next stitch and 1 in the next stitch, and you should have a total of 36 stitches all the way around. Go ahead and slip stitch here and chain 3, and we will continue. Okay, so now I have 36 stitches, and I just wanted to show you here before I close it, did you end on a single stitch or did you end on an increase? You should have ended on a single stitch. So if you didn't, go ahead and check your work and verify that you have 36 stitches and that you ended on a single stitch. So in this row, we're going to have a total of 48 stitches. So we had 12, 24, 36, 48. So every time we do a row, it increases by 12. So we're going to do an increase again in that first stitch, going right where we had our chain. So the last row, we did an increase and then 1 and then increase and 1. So this time, this row, we're going to do increase and then 2. So increase and then 1 double crochet in the next stitch and then 1 double crochet in the next stitch. And then we do our increase. So it's an increase, 2, increase 2. So there's our increase. Excuse me, I was holding that. Let me get that in for you. So there's our increase, and we do 1 double crochet in the next stitch and 1 double crochet in the next stitch. Let me show you one more time. So here's our increase. And here's our 1 double crochet in the next stitch and 1 double crochet in the next stitch. So let me show you what we've done here. So we did our increase, 1, 2, increase, 1, 2, increase, 1, 2. So go ahead and complete that all the way around, and you should have a total of 48 stitches, and we will start at the top of going on to round 5. Okay, so now I have my 48 stitches, and you can see that it's really starting to curve really well. And so I just wanted to let you know that whenever you are looking at the crochet, that is the outside. So what's going to happen is that you're going to flip it this way. Because see how the inside doesn't look as nice as the outside? And you flip it, you can really see it's starting to curve really, really nicely. So this is our last row of increase for the basic beanie with an eye size crochet hook. So what we're going to do here is we're going to increase as normal, and we're going to do 3. So there's an increase in 3. So 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. And then an increase. Whoops. and then 1 double crochet in each of the next 3. Let me show you that one more time here. So we have an increase, and then 1 double crochet in each of the next 3. I apologize for all the car noise. I'm sitting out in our camper because it's the only quiet place in the whole house that I won't be interrupted, hopefully, but I can edit that out if I am. So it's just less editing on my part. So, so here's our increase. Let me zoom in a little bit more so you can see what I'm talking about. Increase, and then 1, 2, 3, increase, 1, 2, 3, increase, 1, 2, 3. So go ahead and complete this all the way around. So here is the last row finished, the 5th row, and it has 60 stitches in that row, so you know that's completed. So that is the basic crown, and I will let you in a little interesting tidbit. I did actually use a G because for the hat pattern that I'm going to be doing with this yarn, I needed to have 72 stitches for an adult size hat because of the way the stitches work for the design. So you would typically use an I crochet hook, like I said, but it's also a good way to explain when you are making a pattern for somebody and you want to use the pattern that you have, like a written pattern or something, and it says, you know, you have to have 60 stitches, but you want to make it for a smaller size, you just lower your crochet hook. So so that's what I did here, and if you want to see the design that I am making, I will link it in, put it right here in the video. And so I hope you have enjoyed it and have understood everything I said. And if you have any questions or comments or ideas or video ideas you'd like to see, comment below, and if I get enough comments or requests for that, then I will definitely do that. Please be sure to subscribe right here to my channel. And I have a lot of tutorials on how to do basic stitches, and now that I have the basic stitches down for everybody to see, now we can go into more design and have more fun. So thanks so much for watching.